From water deep to Icewind Dale, unlikely friends fight tooth and scale. A little faith, a lot of rage, to bring the summer back again. Now roll the dice, see how they fall, don't waste your action. Bonus action. Heroes, tortured and trapped within the mist, hunted by horrors from out the abyss. We've seen friends fall, but must endure, survive to see the sun once more. Now roll the dice, see how they fall, don't waste your action. Heroes.
Gay.
Oh God!
I don't know why. I just wanted that to be.
We
the
were
first word.
talking about.
We were talking about Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and we were having a conversation, and Matt started counting down, and it stopped, and then Jim just
We
finished.
panicked.
No, I didn't panic. It
Also-
was premeditated.
No, we
just
did.
make-
The rest of us did.
People make references to it all the time. There's a character in another game based on. Is it Mac?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at choir, we have a song that we do as a warm up that apparently is from that.
Is it Dayman?
Dayman.
Ah.
Ah,
Yeah.
fighter of the night, man.
Yeah. You'll get to
Champion
that.
of the sun.
You'll get to that.
He's the master of karate and friendship for every.
You'll get there eventually. Yeah. That is definitely an Always Sunny film song.
Nerds.
Definitely not watched it.
I haven't seen Always Sunny in Philadelphia, no. I just think Danny DeVito's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Hello and welcome to
I've
Bonus
watched
Action
quite-
Heroes. Talk to Danny DeVito.
Best Danny DeVito film.
Twins. No, I don't know.
Ooh.
Matilda.
No, I don't think it's
Like-
the best.
I was
film.
going to
It's
say
just
Matilda,
It's just
yeah.
the first one that came into my brain. That or Batman.
I
something.
yeah,
I was going to say Batman Returns.
Oh,
He's
Penguin.
good.
He's
Good
disgusting as the penguin. Yeah, it's disturbing penguin, isn't it?
Yeah.
I
he's the fish.
don't remember enough of his filmography to name a.
No,
Name
me
one.
either. It probably is Matilda, isn't it? Or
I think that's just the most important one to me growing up.
Mm.
why?
It's just because I watched it a lot growing up and I looked like Matilda.
Did you?
Matilda was
It's a good film.
not to humble brag. She's a smart girl,
Yeah.
relevant,
Yeah. Short glasses.
head in a book.
Hopefully you didn't
Yeah.
get swung around like that.
I get swung around as an adult. I mean,
Yeah.
it's what being 5 foot gets you. Sorry, back to D&D.
Sad story. Well, Jim wasn't here last week, so would anyone like to summarise what happened?
A lot.
Mars attacks.
Mars attacks.
I was
yeah.
going to say, apparently he's a
Sorry.
Master X.
He was.
I don't.
He is.
He is, yeah.
I was thinking, what happened from Mars attacks? And then I realised.
Apparently also in Space Jam.
Not seen that as a basketball. It's
Yeah,
like
the
Who
original
Framed
I
one.
haven't
Roger
seen that
Rabbit. It's
for-
a cartoon,
Michael Jordan.
real world crossover.
That's a good 20 years ago if I've seen that.
Mm. But you get
Erin
recap,
Brockovich.
please.
Gattaca.
I'm not asking
Erin
you to
Brockovich.
recap because I can't remember at all.
Just saying Danny DeVito.
So we talked to Basilica,
Yes.
the big fungus guy, post fight. Spent some time down there. Made friends. Came back up. Did a bit of shopping. Grim got a shoehorn. Very nice quality. And then we went to a hall and there were people and flags. And I think you and V figured out the exact same flags. And
Yeah.
then
except
Tink.
that red and gold one with the crown on it.
Yep.
No,
Then
right,
Tink did some talking and explained what was going on and went round trying to convince people to help us. And then stuff happened and Grim fell asleep in the corner and I don't really remember what we all agreed to.
I see Grazalax is here.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. So he came and gave us the stone. So he made it into a sword called Dawnbringer. It's a sword of light.
In
It's a
exchange
sun sword.
for research and information on your travels
Yes.
of the demonic incursion.
Hence the book.
That's important because, Jim, you've got that book.
The deal was, because we're going to go
Okay.
to the library you want to go to,
Oh yes, Raven Hollow.
he asked for information. Now, we kind of intimated that what we were going to do was figure out how to rebanish or end the banishment of the demons. We said that. And so that kind of got an agreement that that was enough information. So we were a bit nervous that we'd have to suddenly start giving a ton of stuff in the library and perhaps don't really trust him, I think. So, but at least if he's satisfied with that, that's information that's good. Then knowing how to banish the demons back to the abyss is probably something they can't go too wrong with,
Mm.
too amok with. So anyway, you've got the book with which to give him the information once we get it from the library that you want to go to.
Yes, I'll see if I can finagle and something else out of him at some point.
What was it?
So, yeah,
Raven Hollow.
Graven Hollow. So it was revealed that someone in Mantle Dereth, part of the Zentrim, apparently knows how to get into Graven Hollow. So that was revealed that someone in Mantle Dereth does seem to know how to get into Graven Hollow. You also managed to get support from the majority of the, well, initially from all of the factions, but actually, as you'll find out, so you have a shield guardian, which has been given to you all. That is currently got a lightning bolt stored within it.
That was from the Harpers, wasn't it?
That's a good gift from the Harpers.
I know. I
From
think
Lord
that was
Zeleron Roaringhorn, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that's the Lord's Alliance.
Oh, I
Gave you
thought he was Harpers.
So the Order of the Gauntlet gave you 5 veterans to take with you and a +1 Warhammer. The Emerald Enclave provided 3 Dwarven Scouts. The Lord's Alliance provided 5 Dwarf Guards and 3 Human Spies. And the Zentrim were going to send some Zents along with you.
Scouts, yeah.
I can't remember what the Harpers did actually.
I thought the Harpers gave us the Shield Guardian because it was the slimy dude with the hair.
The slimy dude with the hair.
And then
We also had
Emerald
the
Enclave.
mushroom jumper.
You're right. It is the Harpers that gave you the
My notes. Yay!
Roaring Horn. Well done. You out GM'd the GM today.
And then didn't we get the Emerald Enclave gave us some riding lizards?
They did. The Emerald Enclave gave you 3 scouts, and each of you, including any NPCs you've got with you that you want to have, riding lizards. Yeah, riding lizards.
Riding lizards. They got the ceiling.
So what you will see in the journal part under player information, there's something called retinue from Gauntlgrym. So that will list every one who's going with you and everything you've been given, and then also within, if you want to look at the stats of those things, they should be you should have access to them as NPCs. So I think it's in a folder called retinue under the characters, and you will see a number of, or all of those, the stats for all of those different things.
Can I add our mushroom jumper to the retinue?
Mushroom jumper, what, Basidia?
Oh yes. You said that a minute ago, and I'd forgotten about it. And I have written down 1 mushroom jumper, but I
You thought it was
thought for some
clothing.
reason we had a piece of clothing that was somehow mushroomy. Now I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, I remember as well. I'd forgot to put that on.
Did Grim have the Warhammer?
The what?
I don't know who had the Warhammer. It's a +1 Warhammer.
Divvy them out.
It makes sense.
Yeah, I think we said I would have it, but I haven't got it. So if I could have it, that would be greatly appreciated.
You can have it.
Thank you.
So that is now added to the retinue in the journal. And there's no stats for that because it's just a Myconid. But Myconid with a very special ability. So, anything else that we missed? I think that's largely it. So, the banquet is winding down. I think Tink actually had a bit of a moment with Davra, the Zentrum representative, where it was getting a little bit heated's not the word, but Tink opened her face and actually scared the Zent away, so she left the room. She got frightened, and although she didn't show it, she still left, so she was clearly frightened. So it's your last opportunity, really, to speak to anyone you want to speak to have any last words with Bruno, or indeed to decide what next, where you will go, where you will head. I should also say, on your Underdark map, you will see a number of arrows around near Blingden Stone, which was roughly where Mantle Dereth was, but you're not really sure.
I would take a moment to try and probably harass what's his name? Grazlax a tiny bit. Just kind of like wander into the banquet hall after so long, and just kind of like saunter up to him, be given this book, and then thank you for reactivating the map, and then probably question him, just going, how much? Sorry, wasn't here for most of the banquet. How much information have you been given about what we might be dealing with?
We have been told how many demons you have seen.
Yes. The working theory as to why they're here is they've been lured out of the abyss by Menzo Baranzan, so that Lolth can try and steal their homes while they're not there, so she can have a larger foothold in the abyss.
Think of this, Drow, as an application to the Society of Brilliance.
I already was.
Your research that you will write in this book is worthy, we will extend an invitation, and we can communicate with our own research should we reach conclusions you do not.
Sounds like a very good idea. Thank you for the book. Bye. I'm going to go and mingle. I'm just going to walk off and start idly talking.
You're going to fit in so well.
Idly talking to everyone else.
Serdi, I know you're very happy as Serdi and Perla, but we don't know very much about you, and I don't know how this is going to go on, or we don't know about the nature of what you have become, and maybe someone like the Emerald Enclave would have some insight. If you wanted it.
Perhaps. But perhaps this may not be the time. I mean, I know that we'll have to return the lizards after this is over. And I think I would have perhaps once this is over, we could visit Stone Keeper Brown.
Okay.
I think you may know more. I think he brought Parla here. That's what I think.
That's fair. Just a thought that occurred to me.
But thank you. We are happy with this situation at the moment. It's strange, but
You're talking, the dwarf Morista sort of approaches the table. She is looking at Grazalax a little bit, kind of like, what is that? But trust that Bruno would not invite something dangerous here, knowingly. May I? She would say to both Tink and Perla. Is it alright if I have a seat?
Say it. Yeah. Go ahead.
join us.
I heard that you were talking about Mantle Derith, right? I had a friend, one of our people, who went there scouting, and we haven't heard from them since. I just wondered if you could keep an eye out for them, if it's not too much trouble. The name's Sladis, an elf. You know, dwarves and elves can be friends. It's not unheard of. But yeah, Sladis, kind of red hair, tall, slender. Just if you see him, I wouldn't mind seeing him back home with the Emerald Enclave.
Can we ask why they were there? That might help us narrow it down.
Well, we're trying to keep an eye on the Zent and all of the less, no offense, Drow, all of the less good cities. I don't know if you know a lot about Mantle Derith, but it's a trading post. Zent, Drow, Dwegar, and the deep gnomes, so it's pretty shady. I'm sure you'll know. They went to.
Back to deep gnomes seem very friendly. We were in Blingdenstone recently. I take your. I do not know of the others you spoke of.
Right. Well, I could be wrong. I've never been there. But if they trade with the Drow, then they're probably not great. But maybe I'm judging too harshly.
How much time have you spent in the Underdark?
A little. I'm more familiar with this area. Aye.
I don't know that I would judge trading with someone I would rather not have to, if it meant they had things that would help me to survive down here.
Yes.
You make a good point.
There is a practicality involved in surviving the Underdark. and we've been to Gauntlgrym here. We've been to Bracklestew. We have a home there. We've been
Harsh
to
place, I
Blingdenstone.
hear.
Very,
Very
but
harsh.
if you stick to the rules, it's not as dangerous as many of the places in the Underdark.
Aye. Fair
And-
enough. I've not been.
Blingdenstone is now a lot safer. The gnomes are bringing it. So I suppose retaming it is a good way of putting it. And
Right.
they're a good people. So
Aye, well that grey fella seems quite friendly. Gone a bit northern.
Grim is not like a lot of his people, I think.
I have heard the fella can fight. Just not bad for someone that age. He must be what, 300?
I wouldn't say this
Four?
where he can hear me, but I think he's a lot more similar to the surface dwarves I've met than he is to the other Durgar.
Right.
I'll have you know I'm a dab hand at filling out forms.
We don't have a lot of forms where I come from.
These are box
Got
ticking
two-
wrists.
We do 2 at a time.
I think he can. It's where the knitting skills come from.
Aye. I don't know if you know about the Zent, but they're not good. Just thought you should know. They're basically criminal gangs, smuggling, stealing. Just be careful.
I got the vibe, but then why work with them?
Well, we don't normally.
Would suggest the practicality I spoke about earlier, Captain.
Yes, they're being useful.
Oh, I get that.
Deborah's a dick, but if she comes through, this could be useful.
Aye, well, I saw what you did. You upset her. I don't think she'll come through, but she may surprise me.
We appreciate the warning, though.
They don't have honour.
The centre in force.
They'll sell you all for a few gold, I'm sure. So be careful.
Thank you.
Sorry, you were having a chat. I hope I didn't interrupt for too long. If you need anything, just ask. Be happy
I
to
mean,
help.
while I've got you, just one more thing.
Aye.
Where you're mostly made up of like druids, rangers, that sort of.
Aye.
Are you based in Waterdeep? Because that doesn't feel like the best place to thrive
Well,
for you.
everyone thinks that Emerald Enclave they're all about, in the woods and in the hills and that, but the Underdark is a kind of wilderness as well. So my people are largely from the Underdark. It's not, it's a environment all its own. I know you've been, right? And you've seen some weirdness.
Yeah, no, certainly. I'm just thinking ahead about everyone, and let's be honest, we have been so far. You seem the least egotistical person
Well,
we've met here this evening.
the thing about that kind of thing is, if you're full of yourself, nature will quickly make you look a fool. don't you think?
Well put.
So, I can be stubborn, as many dwarves can, but it's not my primary goal.
Hopefully we see you on the other side.
Aye, we will. Look after the people that we're gonna send with you, please.
Aren't they meant to be looking after us?
Aye, of course, but they're scouts, so they'll be there to get
No, of course we
intel,
will.
scout ahead. They're not fighters, they're not soldiers. Just
Understood.
wisely. Right, I think I've been this place too long because my accent's starting to go a bit Gauntlgrym at times. Have you noticed? Look, it goes like
I didn't know
I
that you
keep- I
had an
keep-
accent.
I keep slipping into this and talking like this for no reason.
Oh, can you remember the Harper accent?
No.
Well, guess where I'm going? Just very quickly, whilst we've got them all here, it's an opportunity, you know.
Yeah, I think his accent was nondescript weirdness.
Sturdy, who takes brilliant notes. What was his name?
Zelron
It was
Roaringhorn.
Zelron Roaringhorn, yeah.
Zelron Roaringhorn. I just wanted to quickly have a word with you because I thought you said you constructed this shield guardian.
Yes.
So you're adept at engineering, as an artificer, perhaps. Just
A
purely
little.
out of curiosity, I wondered if you had seen anything like me before or were familiar with my creation.
I can't say I have, but I'd be very interested to get a peek at
Yes,
your
everyone
workings.
wants to, and then people regret it and leave. But we can talk about that if we return. I just wondered whether you had potentially
Are
met a
you
victor.
entirely mechanical, or is there
Nope.
flesh in
Nope.
there? You're,
Oh,
you're-
flesh.
Are you like a warforged or a shield guardian?
I'm mostly fairy, but delicate and therefore reinforced.
Hmm. Well, perhaps we can go somewhere quiet and you can show me your innards.
Grim stands up and starts making a beeline towards them
Right.
on hearing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, buy me dinner first.
Oh, I don't mean like that. I mean your mechanisms.
No, I know, but still, buy me dinner first. God.
Well, we just had dinner.
Yeah, but you didn't buy it. Not in another man's
Fair.
banquet hall.
Well, I thought you were trying to research. It sounds like
I
you
am.
don't really know what you are.
And I was wondering whether you did, and it doesn't sound like you
Well,
do.
look, watch. I haven't given you the amulet yet, and he will hold the amulet that's round his neck, and you see the huge shield guardian sort of stomp over, stand in the middle of the hall. So I studied the remains of a warforged, and from the mechanisms of that, very old technology, long lost. I mean, I can't make this thing sentient, but it is in effect a construct. And you're suggesting that you're a construct, so you could be the missing link in that lost technology. Do you understand me? The knowledge that we could gain from you could change the world.
That's certainly something to discuss if we make it back.
And of course, perhaps you need enhancing or Why is it you
True.
want to research these things?
I just want to understand myself a little better, don't we all?
Don't you recall the procedures?
No, I was quite dead.
Oh. Resurrection magic as well.
Hmm.
Marvellous.
I'm glad that you think so. Most people don't.
Really? Why? I've never heard of a mechanical fae before. So was it your fae lords that did this to you, or?
No. That was my other question. Have you ever met or heard of a Victor? I've forgotten his last name. What's wrong with me?
Don't
mean,
have notes in
I've
this.
heard of Victors, yes.
It's not Frankenstein. Victor.
Gabor.
Thank you.
The name rings a bell. The name does ring a bell, but it's not someone I know. I don't think it's someone I've met. Maybe I've read about them or heard about them.
Well, then perhaps if you pursue that line of interest, find out some more, you'll find out a bit more about me, and maybe you could share that information with me when we return, and I might be more willing to show you my innards.
Now I listen to you saying it, it does sound a bit wrong. I apologise.
I
I didn't realise
I've got to work out an etiquette for this. I know I'm not. If you've not spoken to
I don't mean
whatever
to be
I am
rude, but
before.
there's no obvious flesh visible, so I thought you were a construct. I mean no offence by it. I did think your eyes were very realistic.
Thank you.
But if you are a fae, why don't you just do a glamour and change?
It's a work in progress. It's difficult to explain.
Okay. I mean, I've never really met any, real fae, but I've heard of their glamour, their ability to change shape. We might have a room full of fae, and we'd never know. Well, you might know.
Oh, I want to give it a go now because I haven't done it in a while. Can I think really hard about having red hair?
Yeah, your hair will just turn red in an instant, and actually seems to grow in length slightly as well. Oh, so you can do glamour.
To an extent. Work in progress.
I'm not being rude, but is there any area of flesh that you could show me?
Oh,
Like inside of your glove or...
How?
Well, I'm interested because you clearly have glamour, but yet you say you can't transform. And my studies show that fae, transforming for fae is like breathing for me. So the fact you can't do it...
Squeamish are you?
Why?
You're squeamish. Okay. Yeah, I'll take off a glove and I'll probably just fully detach one of the fingers.
Okay. He lifts a cup from the table and just knocks the alcohol back. Takes a breath. Right. And he will
So
examine
that bit's fully mechanical. But then if you compare it to this side, and I'll take off the glove on the other side where the hand is actually it should actually be flesh.
Okay. Why have they used, like, the metalwork is intricate and beautiful, if I may say. Incredible workmanship in your, I don't know what the proper term is, your mechanical hand. And clearly you are flesh and blood. But why have they used cold iron within the mechanism? That seems a strange inclusion. Oh, you're fae, aren't you? You realise you're being restrained. biomechanisms.
That's the sort of insight I needed. We can work together. We just need to find the right language to do so.
I think so. So, thank you for showing me. I apologise. I've had like 9 ales this evening. Yes, I think whoever built this is clearly trying to contain your power and prevent you from your full potential. Maybe why you can only change your hair.
Good to know.
Well, it's a
I'll
good
put
colour.
my
It suits you.
Oh, God's no. I'll shake my head and go back to normal.
Which is what? Black,
Oh.
black, dark.
No, it's just
No.
a mousy brown.
Mousy brown. Okay. See, even I can't remember. It's been so long.
I'll make a big show of putting the finger back on and wincing and making it look painful.
Oh, you are. I mean, if I can help in any way, please do let me know.
It's mechanical, I'm joking.
I would say, what kind of sicko puts pain receptors in a mechanical hand? That's just cruel. I suppose I should give this to you, but you can decide what to do with it. And he'll take the necklace off with the big amulet on the end. You can rename it, of course, but I've called it Big Boy 2. The first one didn't go so well. And he will hand it over.
There was nothing wrong with Big Boy 2. I like to think, because this guy feels, for however smart he is, he feels kind of dumb, and I'm enjoying it. I like to think I hold out my head for him to put the amulet around me, and then I just drop to the floor like it's too heavy for my poor fragile form.
Oh, good grief, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, and he'll try and help you up.
I just fly up again.
Oh, you're taking the... Oh, very good, very good, very good. I see the cold iron hasn't restrained your humour.
Looking forward to working with you.
Likewise. Likewise.
Lord?
I am a lord, yes, but,
Sure.
our organisation is not concerned about those kind of things. We just want to see that the world is made a better place for everyone involved, and that, I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of surprised that the Davra was here. Unsavoury type. She's an assassin. I saw you upset her earlier. I might not... Well, keep your ears open when you're asleep this evening, if you really did upset her, but I don't trust them. But I do have a lab nearby if ever you want to. I can get a team together. We could see if we can remove the iron. It's very harmful to Fae. It causes scarring. Do you ever suffer from headaches?
So it's not throughout. You'd have to have a look, wouldn't you?
Well, from what I saw, there is small pieces of cold iron, but the majority of it wouldn't function. Cold iron is a rudimentary metal and very poor for mechanical parts, so you wouldn't function if it was all cold iron. But they seem to have put, whoever it was, put enough in to restrain you, in a sense.
Good to know. I've taken up too much of your time.
That's why we're here, to help. Oh, I should say,
into the background.
it's got a lightning... Before we go, lightning bolt. You can store spell in there as well. I don't know. I assume you're a magic user. It has a lightning bolt in there, so just be careful where you activate that. Don't practice in here. That kind of thing. Might sting. Might sting a lot. And I've handed it over. I'm not responsible any longer. So,
Does anyone want control of a Big Boy 0.2?
I am fully invested in Pink just perching on its shoulder and having a Master Blaster situation going on here.
It would relieve Derendil of his demeaning steed sort of role that I have given him.
Or you could put Darendil on top of it, and then you on top of Darendil. It might be a bit unstable, but...
Also, I expect to have a Shield Guardian eventually in every game. Thank you, let this be noted.
I think every book that they've released has got a Shield Guardian in it. I think it's the rule.
Sorry, I took up more time than I was expecting. Please, move on. Move on.
Anyone else? Or anything else?
I just stopped with Marista Malkin and started talking about the Shormister Woods and reminiscing about there if she'd ever been to them. Talking about my woods that Serdi came from before he came into the Underdark.
Should be aye. Sladis was from there. Elf, red hair, you might know him.
But we'll find them.
That'd be great. What are you? You're a weird little fella. No offence.
Ooh, well, many things. Kobold.
We're all many things.
And part of me is in the elemental plane too.
You're what? You're mental?
Elemental.
Oh, right.
The elemental
You
plane.
seem quite calm right now, but yeah. I can see how you could be mental with all those weapons.
Yes. Well, I don't really know what I am, but now, but things I used to be. But
What did you used to be? You look a little bit like a kobold.
a kobold and an elemental, and now I'm a bit of both. Well, we are a bit of both.
Oh,
It's
right.
hard to say
Your
sometimes.
dad was a elemental and your mum was a kobold.
No.
Other way around.
No. This is very hard to explain. I was turned to stone, and then I sort of, came to, I suppose. And Parla animated the stone, but the stone was a Serdi, and Serdi hadn't quite departed the stone, so now we're both. So, I mean, I don't know, it must have happened to people before.
Right, I've never heard of that. That's proper weird. But you must be closer to nature than any of us.
Well, Serdi was a ranger, and now I'm made of
Right.
stone, so perhaps Serdi is a ranger. Have you met Ambrose?
No?
It's my Drake.
Was that the thing in the stables that was making the terrible smells?
That would be Ambrose, yes.
I've smelt a lot of farts, but I've never seen them before.
She really shouldn't eat cheese, but she does like it so much.
It was literally visible.
And there are too many mushrooms, and that's another triggering thing. We've been in the Underdark so long, that's all she's been eating for a long time, so it's bad, isn't it? I know. But please, she's very self-conscious about it, so don't bring it up around her.
Right. Well, to be fair, I couldn't get near her, so it's not going to happen. It's the most noxious arse I've ever smelt. And I'm a dwarf. Little tip for you if you're looking for Mantle Derith. It's near, I've heard it's near Blingdenstone, but I think the mistake people make is they look on the land. I think it's just out in the lake. Do you know what I mean?
I understand. Think. Okay, this is good news.
What?
I don't want to hear about this. Well, we have a ship.
Right. Well, I've heard it's in a massive, like, what's the ones that go up? Might tight. Right. It's a pillar or something. So
Coming out of the
stalagmite.
lake
Yeah.
or dropping down from the ceiling.
So,
I'm never
well,
sure which one
it's
does which.
out of the lake.
In the distance, you'll hear Jordan go, "Stalagmites, no stalactites. Hold on tight." Stalagmites grow from the ground.
Might look like mountains.
Yeah. So there's lots of ways to remember it. Sladis knew where it was, roughly, but he never came back, so I don't know if they found him and killed him or just got lost or got eaten by something. I don't know. But yeah, I would say if you've got any leads, go there and look out to the lake.
Okay, so Blingden Stone, then out to the lake. That's a good tip.
Yeah.
Let the captain know. Perhaps there's some way of summoning our ship to south of Blingden Stone and meet them there.
Right, well, I
Thank
think
you very much. That's so helpful.
it's not a problem. It's nice to meet you. What was your name?
Oh, Serdi and Parla. Just either will do.
Right, Serdi and Parla. Right, yeah. Nice to meet you.
Nice
Good
to meet
luck.
you too. Thank you. Never mind. Another time. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome, but it may be the last chance, so if you've got a question,
I'm
ask it.
just gonna ask about how one joins the Emerald Enclave.
To join.
I mean, Serdi always imagined that once this was over, he'd return to the forest, and as he was a guardian of sorts of it anyway, it seems like a logical thing to ask.
So you're a ranger.
Serdi is.
I mean, it's not. There's not really a initiation or anything like that. Do you worship?
Serdi does. Yes.
And can you live off the land?
Serdi does. Before he came here, and did when he came down here.
Right. And you kill only what you need to.
Yes, to eat. But, I mean, they came down here to slay the demons. Does that count?
And what's your view to the way the world is?
Well, Parla doesn't really consider this realm too much. Serdi believes the natural places are better. It's never been that comfortable in cities and things, but does go where he has to.
And what's your attitude towards the elemental forces? Seeing as you are one.
Well, that's complicated. Nature is as nature does, I suppose. There's no malice in it. It just behaves as nature will, and should be allowed to do so and left to do it. But I do like the idea of helping those in danger from it as much as I would help them from each other. Things not of the elements.
Well, let's just say there was a group of people don't know. Building something, but it was hindering the river, hurting the forest. What would you do?
Ask them to stop.
And if they didn't?
If they didn't, after I'd explained to them what they were doing and the damage they were causing, I might have to try and stop them.
As
I
would
wouldn't
I.
want to hurt them, but I think I'd have to try and stop them.
Right, I think you're already a member. You just don't know it yet. I got a good feeling about you. And she will reach into a pouch and take out a little emblem, a little green enamelled pin with a stag head. If you wear this, then others of our kind will know and treat you accordingly.
Thank you. Well, pull out the. Serdi had a necklace that had the Sylvanus symbol on it, which is the stack head too.
Right, you see, you already were. Well done. Well done.
Well, I shall make it a point of finding Sladis if at all I can. Thank you very much for all your help.
If you could, I'd appreciate it. He's a good guy. For an elf.
When all this
Just
is done, if I'm back, I return to the forest. Please visit if you get the chance.
Aye, I will.
You're very welcome.
I don't like to stay in one place too long. You know, this place is civilization. It needs to coexist with us, but I'd rather be out there. As I'm sure you would.
Most definitely.
Well, good luck. And she'll wander off and go and talk to someone else for a moment. Anyone else want to talk to anyone else, or even indeed each other?
Nah, go on, Grim. Go talk to the other old army person. Go on.
No. Grim knows who he is, and he's not one of them.
They start
He's
comparing
sitting there.
knitting patterns.
No, he's sitting there, he's quietly knitting. He'll nod at people as they pass. He glares at the guy who talks to his captain a bit too long in a way he's not quite happy with. And he'll make a note to tell Tink that maybe that should be a relationship held over written communication at distance. But I think generally he knows his place. These aren't his people. He'll sit and he'll knit. And by the end of the evening, Drodin will have a nice lilac shawl.
It's a good replacement to my nice little coat that I lost a few weeks ago.
Oh yes, you did, didn't you?
It should help keep you warm. And I can add on to it as need be, but this was all I could manage this evening.
Well, thank you very much, Grim. It's lovely. Yeah, I'll instantly throw it on, and then just go and stand in a corner and drink wine, or probably stand next to Grim and just awkwardly drink wine and occasionally read a book and engage with nobody.
Spoke to the mind flayer, and then that's it. I'm done.
Yeah, I'll go mingle.
There was a dad joke there. He's all that was begging to get out. Can you?
I missed it.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was it?
That's to stop him getting the cold shoulder.
No, no, no. I won't have that in my knitting.
Surely you should be like the king of dad jokes. Just so long in the, in the military. How old is
Yeah, but he hasn't got any kids. I think he's 323.
Yeah.
He's been retired for 9 months and he's already back in it.
He's probably heard every dad joke 7 million times by now.
Yeah. I think it's the one set of rules he can't break. He cannot enjoy a dad joke.
Gracklestug, not renowned for its comedy, to be fair.
He's learned how to smile, he's learned how to be nice and get on with people. But he follows the rules of combat. He respects the hierarchy. And he cannot abide a dad joke.
Told you. Okay. Well, the evening begins to wind down. You will see Lord Roaringhorn will stand, and he will bow to each of you. Actually, quite a flourish, sort of bow, and it was a pleasure to meet you all. I wish you the best of luck in your endeavour. Please look after Big Boy too. I don't know what happened to Big Boy 1. Gone, sold it, and I never saw it again. Heard a rumour of one in Icewind Dale, but I don't know if that's true or not. But yes, if you need anything, you met me now. I'm sure someone amongst you, I'm guessing that drow is a wizard. Feel free to send a message directly into my head. Quite willing to accept. So, good luck and goodbye, and he will sort of disappear out of the room, wobbling, swaying, clearly quite hammered. And then Marista will do the same. She'll just nod at you all as she leaves, until you find yourselves pretty much just you, your companions, and Bruno in the hall. I've got to remember what Bruno talks like now.
He's Irish.
Yeah. Vaguely Irish.
Yeah.
Well, that seemed to go quite well, lads and lasses, right? I think you did a good job there. I appreciate your taking the time. I think you convinced everyone.
Great thanks to you, Your Majesty, for arranging all of that.
Look, I've had my fair share of adventures, and I just recognise heroes when I see them. And I think you could be the people to shape this world, to right the wrongs, to send those ugly bastards back. You don't look convinced.
A lot of pressure, yeah. I'm happy to the day for now. I do think we should be concerned that Davna could just renege on our deal.
Why, she might. I mean, I'm not going to lie, but I don't know where this place is. Marista said it's near Blingdenstone, and I do have the ability to teleport you there if you wish, or indeed anywhere you've been. We can make that happen. But even if you get there, I think I've heard this place is hidden. You won't find the doors, and they may well be trapped. So having a guide will be a good idea. Now, I know from my friend Drist that the place has many entrances, and each faction has their own. So, yes, even if she does let us down, maybe we can find another way in, another ally. It's you've already said you've been to the deep known place, Blingdenstone, and you've been to Gracklestug. They have a foothold in the place as well. So
Orista said that she believed that it was actually on the lake, not on the land, if you like. I
Right.
wonder if there a way. Do we know where the ship is, Captain?
Not a clue, but hopefully Drogen has the ability to message them.
Yes, I was going to suggest I could message Hemeth and give him instructions.
Should we ask him to dock in Blingdenstone? Or near Blingdenstone, rather?
I can do. Do you want me to do it right this second?
No, just, before bed, just have a little catch-up with him.
Hopefully, it won't take them too long to get there. We're getting to Blinderstone rapidly.
So, I will. It's up to you. Obviously, we have all of these people that have been pledged to you. I will throw in some pretty, some troops as well. Small force. I can't send all of them to Blinkenstone, but I could. It's up to you. I can teleport you there, or you can go with everyone. Or I can send them on and they can meet you somewhere.
Well, this is a good question. I don't know. There's a lot of people now with everyone that's been pledged, and while that's going to be needed when we know where we need to be, at the moment we don't know where, and actually having a lot of people might work out to be a little harder for us to get to places like Graven Hollow, or so I don't know. We also need to find out where this what was his name? Vizerin Devere is. Don't we, Odin?
Do you want me to message him as well?
Well, no, I just wondered if we could find out where he is with some of these people rather than them all coming with us.
I mean, I think it's a sensible idea. I could also just ask.
I think what we're struggling with is deciding where to put everyone. So we're not going to take them all with us. We'll obviously take the riding lizards. My instinct is to just put the veterans in one of the big cities. Donate them to helping defend against any incurred.
Well, we know that if we know that the threat is ultimately coming from Menza Baranzan, which is the closest to Menza Baranzan.
Probably
Blingdenstone.
Blinkenstone.
Perhaps that would be a good base for all of them.
Perhaps get them to travel slower to Blindenstone, or we teleport and meet the boat and try and find Mental Dareth. And then if we find it and go back to Blindenstone, everyone could be there at the same time, maybe.
Oh, well, if you wanted them in Blinkenstone, we could probably, over a few days, send them across. But you'd have to go first and warn them.
Yeah.
I don't want to be creating a bit of a panic with sending an army.
It might also injure the king's pride, though.
You think?
The queen would appreciate it.
Right. Oh, you've met them.
Oh yeah. They both have their strengths and weaknesses. They are fair. Good.
Well, it's good to know. We all have our weaknesses, don't we? But I'll take your lead.
What about the scouts? Do we bring them with us to Manteldereth, or do we get them to scout out the area around Mensa Branson? Or part of me is wondering whether we scout them and getting a good idea of Mensa Branson going on in Mensa. Stay with us and keeping an eye on the Zephyr.
Aye. Aye. All valid. All valid.
Well, a lot of them likely aren't drow, so I don't know how well they would do.
And we said we wouldn't expect them to go in, just... We need a way in.
Well, I was thinking more in terms of Menzo Brands. If none of them are drow, they probably would have the best of time trying to get inside. Or going unnoticed.
The Dwarven Guards offered us. The Dwarven Guards, sorry. The Lord's Alliance offered us some spies too. I'm probably not the best place for them in Lindenstone, but could they be put to use somewhere else more helpful?
Right, are they actual spies or are they scouts?
We have some spies and we have scouts.
Okay, actual spies might do better in Menzo Brands.
That's something about that scares me though. Human spies in Menzo Branson. Feel like we might be sentenced.
Again, I don't think we should send any of these people into Mensa Branson. I just want some intel on if there's any... on all the ways in and out. Observe from afar, not from inside, where they will likely die.
That's what I was getting, I think.
Well, it wouldn't be bad to know what's going on in the Drow City. That's true. It's risky, but it could be valuable if, as you say, they're behind it.
I recently spoke with my mother, and she was not shy about admitting that they were.
Do you know
Where did you
any others that you could ask? Maybe differently aligned to your mother?
That's my father. The amount of people in Benzo Branson I can talk to are very limited and probably aren't going to be much better.
I mean, you're from there. Do you know a way in that's not through the front door?
An interesting question that we'd have to consult the Matthew for.
What are you thinking of? What kind of entrance?
A sneaky way in, one that would avoid all of the guards and such. We'll have minimal ones that we can kill.
So I would say, Drodin, what you would know is, yeah, like anywhere, there are official entrances and there are unofficial tunnels used for smuggling and all sorts of dodgy dealings. I think Drodin would also know that Drow are... loyalty is only for show, really. if they can get away with something, they will. So they're not always the most unified. They're not always the most coordinated, because ultimately they'll all look out for themselves if it comes down to it. It's not drow elves as such, as you know from Drodo the Malice. It's more the society. It is chaotic and backstabbing, and so you can get in often with bribery, with blackmail. Like, there's all sorts of possibilities, and there are, you can pay the guards to go away. You can do all sorts of things. It's a very corruptible.
I mean,
city.
we all escaped originally because someone kind of let us go.
Yeah.
Someone with a bit of history, with an ex-member of your party.
Yeah. And he just wanted to embarrass his superior using you.
Who then chased after us and is no longer there. So it's a good chance for him to cause some issues. But I don't know this.
You've read the file, you know this. You've read the file whilst knitting.
Have I been on the ship? Has Grym been on the ship? Because
I think you had been in the ship when you first got to Blingdenstone.
cool. So yeah, haven't we got Asher's diary that shows of Elvira going insane because Malice picked it up?
Yeah.
So we've got evidence of key priestesses going batshit. We know that Jorlan, the guard from the start, has been doing little things to subvert various aspects of the priestesshood in that area. He hates Malice because she's the one who fucked him up, but is happy to use her as a pawn. So you've got an in there. These are all people that you know. They're not the most powerful, but they also have shown themselves to be willing to cause problems.
Didn't we?
You've also got Malice's family, who are the same family as Asher.
Didn't we kill Yorlan though when we were leaving Blingdenstone?
No.
Oh, I
can't
vaguely remember.
He was there.
I don't think Yorlan.
He might have ran away. He might have just abandoned Ilvara like partway through the battle.
Yeah.
He might have killed him. I'll check and let you know. I'll have to watch the stream.
I feel that he was alive. In my head, he was still one of the key players that Malice would have used.
Asher's
so if you look in her journals,
Asher's surname was Vandry,
which is the correct surname for Malice as well.
Yeah, it was her original name, wasn't it?
And I believe, if I know Vandry history properly, they have history with one of the wizards that came up a couple sessions ago.
Grumsh.
Yeah, I can't remember the names well enough to be sure. Yeah, Grumpf. Bainray.
Yeah, I've been saying it wrong for years. It was only because Jim made me look it up that I realised I'd been saying it wrong for years, but it's Bainray, yeah. I would say that Bainray, as I always have, but yeah. Say it however you like. It's fantasy.
Because I'm a Drow fanboy.
Yeah.
I apologise.
I am concerned we're talking ourselves in circles and looking too far ahead when we don't have enough information, and would propose the following. We take a couple of Zentrim, we take a couple of scouts. Everyone else and the Riding Lizards to Blingdenstone and make our way to Mental Derith. The king here can slowly send through everyone else so that they're based nearby in Blingdenstone, but currently without any sort of job.
I'm good, Captain.
As you wish.
Well, it looks like we've got a plan then, Captain.
Not much of one, but it's movement. Bedtime?
Oh, well, we all like to just... Oh, I don't know about you, but I played by ear. My friend Drist was very good at the strategy and all of that, but the best times are when it just happens. And you just face what's in front of you. Right. So which scout? I'd recommend taking the Dwarven Scouts if you go in Underdark. Humans might find it a bit hard. But yeah. I can make arrangements. Do you want to go tomorrow, or have you got?
Yeah, may as well. Anyone have any objection?
Nope.
Feels like we should. Now we've got a path, we should follow it as quickly as possible.
The little dog appeared behind Tom, staring at the door. Well, he's not little, is he? You know what I mean. A ginormous horse.
He's not on
dog.
stream either,
I
but
know.
it's something we can enjoy.
We can
Yeah.
see. Aw.
It's
Hi,
noise
well.
outside.
Sleep well. I'll get the teleportation ready for you. I'll
Deal.
write a letter to who's the king and queen of Stone. I can't remember either.
You know,
Gosh.
them
Is it Senny, Dorbo and Senny?
thingy.
Digamatic.
That's
Yeah, that sounds right.
How did I even remember that? I don't know.
My notes were not there then because Hazel's doing it for most of it. Was all the-
I don't remember at what point I gave up. Because I used to be a meticulous note taker right back in the beginning.
I don't take notes, but then I've got it all written down already. So, okay. So how many?
Hey, how did I need to?
So what I've done is on the retinue thing in the journal, I've put an orders tab so you can just type who you're taking with you, and what the plan is, and then I just know who's with you. I think I've put what you've said. Just put the numbers in there.
Yeah, I want an even number of Zent and Scouts, and there's only 3 Scouts. So let's... Even though we've got more Zent, I don't want them to suddenly turn round and go, it was all a trick.
Yeah.
My autism appreciates your making it even.
So, unless there's any other conversations, you can turn in for the night. You should all be level 9 now. And have the benefit of a full rest. You can attune to any items that you have. And Grim wanted the Warhammer, didn't
Does that book is that book I was given attunement required?
it is not attunement required, no.
Good, good.
If you write in it, whatever you write will appear in Grazalax's book and vice versa. But obviously if you lose it, you lose it. But
I want to write something irrelevant in the book immediately.
what are you writing in the book?
I don't know.
You don't
I might.
know.
I
A
kind of
knock
feel like,
knock joke.
oh, yeah, a really bad riddle or something. No, I don't know. I'll think about it.
Do love the idea of knock knock. There, or whatever voice you do.
Just what? I feel like it would be knock knock, and then I would get a written lecture about misusing the book.
Or if you didn't, just don't respond to whatever he responds with. Knock knock. They respond to just leave it hanging.
Sorry, I died. I will send a message to Hemeth
Okay.
Thank you.
before we do the long rest. and just being like, well, we're heading to Blingdenstone. You old crotchety bastard. If you could bring the boat around, that would be lovely.
Okay, there's a short pause. I think, wow, I never thought you would be alive. It's good to hear from you, Drodin. We did begin to think you were dead. I am happy you are not dead. We are about a day from Blingenstone. We have been doing trade runs between Grackle, and then it cuts off because he's run out of words.
I will probably go and see Tink and be like, right, I think he's going to be there tomorrow. He obviously doesn't understand he has a word limit.
That's fine. We can explain it to him. If
He's probably still talking on the ship. Like,
Yeah.
still on the deck, just talking to himself.
I would love to know if he meant he didn't know whether you would still be he didn't think that you would still be alive, or all of us in general.
Well, we won't, just in case, we won't maybe tell him that I died. Though we will have to tell him that Malice did, because he'll question why she's not there.
We've seen them since we died.
No, that's true.
Yeah, we have.
Well, they know you're dead.
The morgue was
maybe
on the ship.
Maybe he already knows that I've died. Maybe he was expecting me to die again. The bastard. Right, yes, I'm going to go back to my room.
Yes. Night.
I'm going to saunter off, and then Jordan's going to try and message his dad.
Message what?
His dad.
His dad.
Yes.
Do I even know
he's
who
going.
your dad is?
Yeah, well, yeah, presumably. I reckon his backstory that he knew who his dad was.
I know you could have warned me though. I haven't read your backstory for about a year.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
Tell us about your dad. What's your dad like? What's his name? And what's he like?
I don't remember what I named my dad.
Dave. Dave.
We're not going to
Another Dave.
Yeah, Dave's
We're not
all
going to
Aaron.
address. We're not going to address what his name may or may not be.
I think it's Derek actually.
Derelict. Or something. Pull
there
something
we go.
stupid out of your ass.
There's nothing on your character sheet about it.
It's not on my character sheet. I had a Word document.
Okay.
Yeah, he was like one of the martial warrior types.
Okay.
He was just like the beaten down. I'll do what I'm told because it doesn't work out very well when you don't.
Okay. Yeah.
I like to imagine he's probably a bit more level-headed than his mom, but still kind of isn't Jordan's biggest fan.
Was he a good guy, or was he loyal to Mensa Branson and the house, or was he more of a?
I think it was about 50-50.
Okay.
I think he was like, oh, well, unless there's something I really want to do or someone I really want to look out for, it's the city first. And then anyone else who's relevant or important kind of takes precedent. But I'm just going to use sending to message him and just being like, hello, father, it's Nilarin, I think Jordan's original name was. I never fucking remember. I really need to write more stuff down. Hello, father, it's Nilarin. There's a lot of demon lords walking around in the abyss. What the hell is going on in Menzo Branson? Mother seems aggressively zealous.
Is that the end of it?
Yeah.
There will be quite a pause, and then, son, I expected there to be more to your message, so sorry for the delay. The streets are patrolled by demons. Mensa Baranzan has the stench of sulphur and the abyss about it. Order is maintained for now. I would suggest you continue to live in exile. Do not return. Kiss, kiss, kiss. No, no.
I think that would have weirded Derek out. He's like, oh, why? Oh, well, it's good that he's kind of like that comfortable with himself now, but that was still very weird.
That didn't happen.
I'm going to resist the temptation to message back and just go, I only get 25 words. It can only be so long. And then say nothing else. And just go to sleep. I'll write in the book that I got off Grasslax that just saying, heard reports from contacts in Menzo. Demons are patrolling the street and the city smells of sulfur.
Okay. Thank you. Anything else? No.
I get 3rd level spells now, and I'm really excited about it.
What's on the list? What are you looking at?
Spirit Shroud.
Oh, Spirit Shroud.
If we're heading up to a stalactite, although we have the lizards, gaseous form.
Oh.
I'll leave the counter spells to Droden.
I got to pick some new spells as well. So, Tink, if it ever takes your fancy that you would like to be something like an elephant or a giant ape or a mammoth, you can.
Do you know who'd like that? Darendelle.
No, I think you'd enjoy being tall and monstrous for.
Yes, I
an
would.
hour.
I would. I do just. I don't want to say I have more utility than Darendelle, but I have more utility than Darendelle.
I'd like to also imagine Droden will have a moment where he walks back into Tink's room and just goes, "Oh, Tink, look what I've figured out how to do." And then he's going to cast polymorph on Tink and turn her into a human, and then just walk out the room with no further context.
Can you turn her into a human, or is it just an animal?
I think I could turn her into.
Are we not animal?
It's a beast.
I mean, does it have to be a beast?
Yes.
Oh, that's a shame.
So you go to cast it, but nothing happens.
Oh, I'd have known that, so I wouldn't have picked a human.
What'd you pick?
Pick a capybara.
Oh,
Do you resist?
I'm already napping.
It's just like startled awake by Tink. Look what I figured out how to do. Thump! Suddenly you're a capybara.
It's instantly relaxing.
I've never felt so wholesome.
She still have the wings, the little clockwork wings.
She's like a little clockwork capybara.
I'm imagining, you know, the tiny ears on a capybara. When flies are around like a cow's ears, and they.
I'm gonna have to make a stat block for a capybara now.
I'm not going to be creating them in the middle of a fight.
It's just a giant badger. You can use giant badger. Okay.
How does the GM feel about summon spells, like summon Fae, summon lesser demons?
If you got access to it, you've got access to it.
30 may take issue with.
You've
Thank
got
you.
your naughty face there, like. Yeah, I have no issue with that. There's no banned spells.
Is it going to be a case of we have an encounter, a moment in a few sessions' time where you go, I would like to summon 1,000 bees?
Yeah, if it's just a summon that summons like 10 things, please don't. But if it just summons one thing, it's good. It's good. Okay.
They are difficult to manage these like multi-summon spells, aren't they?
I hate multi-summons. I usually get around them by just being like, they summon a swarm. They summon a one thing, a one swarm of things. Because then you only have to manage the one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it
swarms
gives
is a
the
better
impression
way
there's
to do
more.
it. So, is everyone just turning in for the night?
Yes. I'll head back to my room, still fidgeting and dreaming of killing.
I mean, Tink
Oh,
would be
right.
really easy to kill right now because she's a capybara and she's asleep.
I'm not going to try and kill one of my friends, even if it would be easy.
So yeah, you fall asleep, and probably about half an hour into the night, Tink, as you're sleeping as a capybara, there is a slight growth in the light as the door silently creaks open, and you see a silhouette against the corridor. It's kind of quite tall, dark hair female, a stiletto in hand, and she will peep round the door. Obviously doesn't see you because there's just a capybara in the room. You hear her mutter something under her breath, and then the door silently closes again. You don't hear footsteps walking away.
Thank you, Droden.
Awesome life save by capybara.
And the rest of the night passes without incidents, and you wake in the morning.
And one of the best things about it, Jordan has no idea.
He was just doing it because he could. He wasn't doing it for any other reason. So you wake to again, led to the banquet hall. There was a fine breakfast laid on. Bacon, eggs, mushrooms, standard fried breakfast. And Bruno is in there eating with you and be like, wait, everything's ready whenever you are. I've had the mounts moved to the stables next to the teleportation circle. So enjoy your breakfast. Whenever you're ready, you can go. They're expecting you. I'm gonna go and start making preparations for the Force. I think you wanted me to send them on. I've written this letter. He'll give you a letter to the King and Queen of Blingdenstone to explain what will be happening and where they can reach me if they disagree. I think you can send brain messages though, so if they say no, just tell me and I won't send them. But best of luck, all of you. And you will walk along and he kind of slaps you on the shoulder. Probably not too hard with Tink because you're probably a little bit smaller than him. Look forward
He's
to
just a nice bloke, isn't he? Oh, you're still here.
You're not so bad yourself. Best of luck. If you need anything, you know where I am. And he will sort of grab a plate of food and leave. So you can restock on anything you want. If you want to buy anything, it's you can now, or you can obviously wait to Blingdenstone. Otherwise, you can just straight teleport to Blingdenstone, or anywhere else you want to go. To be honest, you don't have to go there.
No, I'll do it later.
To Blingdenstone then, I suppose.
Blingdenstone, yeah.
So you're led to quite a large, quite natural-looking cavern, which has 4 huge standing stones that kind of come up and lean over slightly over the circle. Other than that, it looks very mundane and very ordinary. You see it's hard to tell their age, but a middle-aged dwarf, blonde, plaited hair and beard, female. She's wearing long, sort of brown and blue robes, and is holding a staff. She will nod. Oh, King Bruner said you'd be here, so whenever you're ready, you may wish to lead your mounts and not sit on them. If the spell goes wrong, you might end up kind of inside you. You don't want that. So who exactly? How many exactly are you taking? Just so I'm clear. So you've got mounts for each of you, and I guess Derendil as well. And then you will have the scouts. So how many of those are you taking?
How do people feel about 2 out of the 3?
Yeah.
Well, that's fine with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then two out of the 8 Zentrim.
Yeah. Well, to your surprise, the Zentrim do turn up. So you're only taking 2 of them. So they don't have mounts, just to be clear. But sorry, the scouts do. The dwarven scouts do have mounts of their own, but the Zent don't.
Ugh. Can share with one Zent.
We'll figure that one out if possible.
Wait, I can fly. I don't need to climb walls. Can we put 2 Zent on one?
Yeah, I guess
We-
so.
What's the shield guardian? How fast does that move?
Oh, crap. Maybe we don't bring him to this thing, because it sounds like we want to be...
Shield Guardian moves 30 feet.
Yeah, but I bet you don't move stealthy.
Over along the side of the walls and on the ceiling. It's a shame above tables. If I hadn't have respect to part fire, I would be able to ride Ambrose and fly.
Oh.
But never mind.
Yeah, are we keeping it minimal? I wonder if that's a terrible mistake, considering the immense resources we have at our disposal, and whether Matt is trying to tell us something with those.
Should
No
we
comment.
take one Zentrim and then the 3 Dwarven Scouts on? Because then, like you say, you could have one Zentrim on the mount with you flying, and then all the Dwarven Scouts, and then we really outnumber Zentrim.
Why not? But they're scouts, not fighters.
You just want them to get us into. We're fighters, aren't we? We can. I mean, that would be useless in a fight, presumably.
Ugh. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, 3 scouts, 1 Zentrim.
3 scouts, 1 Zentrim.
If they're
Okay.
comfortable enough scouting around the Underdark, they're not going to be entirely useless in the struggle, are they?
They're better with us than they are in just hanging out in Blingdenstone having a sandwich, so...
Yeah, the Zentrim's definitely it's this one guy on his own, and he's looking a bit nervous about being on his own, but goes along with it.
I mean, surely you get this all the time. We don't entirely trust you.
Why is that? That's not fair, is it?
Dabra tried to kill me last night.
Yeah, right, sure.
Are you
If
here
she-
to finish the job?
If she'd have tried to kill you, you'd be dead.
Well, I'm not.
Yeah,
And-
exactly.
For some reason, she's working with us, so maybe there's a degree of mutual respect, and in that, the,
She did say you were pretty frightening for such a little one. Name's Nero.
Nice to meet you, Nero. Be nice to us and we'll be nice to you.
Yeah. I know what these trips are all about. It's making a bit of cash, right? Making a bit of gold.
Getting us to Graven's Hollow, but yes.
Yeah, Graven Hollow, yeah, and also
Graven
to the
Hollow.
bank, all the way to the bank. Opportunist me. Don't turn down an opportunity. I can see all the flashy gear you've got. Nice. Clearly you know how to get things done. I respect that.
The center image is not the vibe. Let's go.
He looks. What's that mean? Right. Okay. You'll see the blonde wizard will just walk into the center of the circle, holding the staff up, and then she'll be like, "Oi, everyone in, everyone in. Don't stand too close. Don't stand too close." And once you're all in the circle with your mounts, she will just slam the staff into the ground, and there is a flash. And you know how when you get a really bright light and you see colours, you feel your stomach like drop as if you've fallen, off a great height. And then suddenly you're in the dark, and you can just hear a faint ticking. And as you look around, and those of you with dark vision get your vision back, you realise you're in the huge clockwork teleportation circle in Blingdenstone. And you can hear a voice in the distance. Yeah, I've been talking about going to the surface on a bit of a trip. And I asked how you navigate up there. And you hear another voice go, "Yeah, and how do you navigate on the surface?" So I think, I believe the sun always points south and you just have to follow it. As long as you follow it and just trust that it's pointing south, you'll be fine. Well, it sounds good. I've not seen the sun, so I don't know. And then, did you hear something? Don't know. And you see the lights sort of slowly come up. The clock faces seem to glow. And you realise that this teleportation circle has been quite renovated in a very short space of time. You've not been gone very long, but it's looking a lot better, and this artificial light comes on. And you see 2 very surprised looking deep gnomes, both with sort of shaved heads and spears, going, that's the heroes, and they're back again already. Hello.
Hey.
Did you just leave like a few days ago?
Was it
Don't worry about it.
a few days? Gosh, feels like months.
Don't know. Was it 2 weeks or something? See, they liked it so much they came back again. Can we help you? Do you need to see anybody?
We would love to see. I can't remember the names again.
Dorbo and Senny.
I
I think.
Do we just say, give him this letter and we'll just pop off, be out your way?
Well, we need to warn them that everyone's coming.
Yeah, in the letter.
And what we're doing as well, I suppose. Yes, we could just give them a letter and go.
Or we can just not RP the politeness of, hello, how are you? Yes, very nice. This is what we've been up to. Oh, yes. How's it getting on with the were-rats? Yes, good.
But it also that has to do with the Norwegian accent. And I love it.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
No, but you're right. You're right. Right, otherwise we're just another session of RP which did last time and not a lot of actually going places. So let's try and get to the place.
Okay. Okay, so you hand them the letter. I mean, you've got freedom of the city anyway, so you can just go where you want. A lot of people will recognise you anyway, so you won't be hindered. Yeah, the letter's delivered. What do you do? Where'd you go? Are you headed to the docks to try and meet your ship?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you head to the docks, and although there's no ship in the dock, as you look out into the dark lake, you do indeed see the Yasva, or had you renamed it? No. You do see the Yasva sort of heading in. You can see goblins running up and down the rigging. It's making a fair old pace across the lake. You can see Hemeth at the helm. And a few moments later, probably an hour or so later, the ship comes into dock. And you see.
And we
familiar
retroactively
faces.
have bought them like a big wheel of cheese or something as a.
Yeah, of course. I mean, they're looking pretty good. I mean, you've only been gone, I think, a few weeks, but you can already see a lot of the goblins have got new clothes. Even Hemeth has got like a little nautical hat, which he didn't have before.
It's smaller than mine, right?
Oh yeah. Well, no, because his head's bigger than yours, but it's not as fancy as yours. It's quite dour and plain, of course. It's Hemeth.
You got a tricorn hat. I think. What's your hat?
Yeah, a tricorn hat.
This should be a bicorn hat because obviously he ranks below you.
There you go.
It's all right. I can just get a wider rim. It's fine.
Captain, it's good to see you. You're looking well. Everyone is looking well.
So are you. Are you all alive?
Yeah. We've not lost anyone. We have been doing trade runs between Grakostug and Blingdenstone. The dwarves are clearing out all of the last oozes. We have made good gold. In fact, your share is in the hold. I think it's about 500 gold.
Very nice. Thank you very much. Well done.
No, thank you for the opportunity. Where to? Do we head out? Do you have a mission for us?
I will look at Nero. Oh, this is Nero. This is... Oh, wait, can we keep it in keeping with how I've been naming people so far?
Yeah.
This is Nick, Joe, and the other one... I don't know the other one.
I think
Kevin,
the dwarves have. I think
believe.
the dwarves already have
Kevin?
names.
Is it really Kevin?
No. So there's Yeah, it's Kevin. Are you talking about the Jonas Brothers?
Yeah.
And then they've got a younger brother called Freddie, I think. I
Wow,
watched a
Kevin didn't
documentary
do
on
well,
them.
did he?
No, so the dwarves do
No,
have
but
names,
he's
but I'm happy for you to rename them. It's
If they
Brim,
could be the
Thargus, and
Jonas
Griswolla.
brothers.
Well, it doesn't matter what their actual names are.
What are they?
Just
what are
makes
they
their names
called?
up.
Doesn't really matter
Nick.
what that is.
Nick, Joe, and Kevin.
Nick, Joe, and Kevin. Okay. Very fun to see. Are they spelt weird?
Sure. I know you
Sure.
like to mix it up like that.
Shove an apostrophe in random places in the names.
Joe.
Joe.
Nick is short for Nick Thalamus or something.
Okay, and Kevin with a Y.
Sure.
even.
Kevin.
But
Okay.
all of
I
them,
have checked.
all of them are brothers with the last name Jonas.
I have checked. It is Kevin as the third Jonas brother.
Poor guys.
I've forgotten what I was doing. Yeah, Hemif, these are the Jonas brothers. This is Nero.
Right. Yeah, I think you want to go to Mantle Derith, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, so we just need to head along the coast. And I'll say when.
Sounds
If that's
good.
all right.
Hemif,
Hello. Yes, Captain.
as Nero says, please. I assume you don't know how to get to.
I've heard the rumours of where it is, but I have not. I've seen ships indeed coming and going from the area, so I know roughly where it is, but I've never seen it or found it. But I have heard rumours that of what the Dwegar password is. Don't know if it's true.
New side quest unlocked. Every password for every faction.
Achievement gained.
And just for reference, Tom, that was a reference to Norsemen. I don't know if you realised, but there is a bit in it where they're talking about navigating and they say, "Oh, the sun always points south, so as long as you follow it, you'll be okay."
Yes, I do remember. Yes, they're trying to find Rome.
Yeah, they're trying to find Rome, and it's like the sun points south, so as long as you just trust it and follow it, they don't get there.
Around in circles.
Right. Yeah.
Retroactively really boring thing.
Go on.
And I, whilst I'm in Blingstone before we leave, I like picking on him, so I'm gonna like place a vial against Nero's face and then pinch him really hard. Hopefully he cries.
What?
I need some tears, okay? I've got a new spell. I need some tears. I need to make someone cry quick.
Okay. Give me a unarmed attack or
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fair, but I'm not gonna be good at that. Unarmed. There it is. Oh,
Yeah,
a 20.
yeah.
Dirty.
yeah. What's your strength bonus?
Bonus?
Yeah.
-1.
So you
You heal them with a punch.
you pinch him as hard. You pinch him as hard as you can. Like you catch him off guard and you properly get him and like give it the hardest squeeze you've got. And he just kind of goes, what are you doing? And it doesn't even go red.
I'm sorry, I thought you were someone else.
Thought you were someone.
No, okay, fine. I go get an onion. At some point, I get an onion.
Yeah, fine. You get an
I
onion.
just need to. I'll just do it myself. It's the only way to get things done. I get a
Running around the ship
vial.
rubbing onions on
I-
people's faces.
No, I'll do it to myself. I'm just rubbing my face with onions, going, come on, till I can get a vial of tears, and then I'm going to leave it with.
Surely you've got a little tap that you can just.
To be fair, I when I cry, it's oil, so maybe that doesn't count.
Emmett's probably going to be watching going, I think she's gone mad since she left. I don't know.
I think
what
I'm
happened
inclined
them.
to agree.
She's rubbing
I
onions
just
on
need.
her face.
I just need
She
someone
keeps
to
pinching
cry.
everybody really gently. I don't know why.
Can we say that I get some tears?
Yes, you can. You can get some tears.
I don't know. She's not been very convincing about how she gets them.
Onions.
Maybe you just spend ages trying to get tears and then just get so frustrated that you cry
I think, yeah.
and don't realise for a moment, and then are like,
Fine. Anything to get it over and done with. I just need some goddamn tears. I also need 300 gold, a 300 gold gem.
okay, I think you've already got some gems, haven't you?
We've
But-
got loads of gems, but none of them are exactly 300.
well,
can I
you can
Combine a
convert.
50 and a 250.
Yeah, you're in Brigdenstone, so what's that picture? Yeah, you can convert whatever you want to gems, yeah.
Just, can someone here, town full of friends, put these tears inside this gem for when I get back?
Sorry, Captain. You
That's
want to... But are you sure you're okay?
Just bore a hole in it, shove the tears in, stopper it up. That's all I need. Thank you.
Right, very
Please.
good, Captain.
Talk to someone other than me because everyone in.
Grim, can I talk to you?
Of course, yeah.
Should I be worried? Is everyone okay? Have
I
you seen
would-
more demon lords? Because the captain is rubbing onions on people and trying to make me put tears in a gem.
I think the weirdest part is she's probably the least affected. She's
Right.
just got some weird ways. Drodin, keep an eye on. He's
He's got like a
He's seen
crazed
some
look in
stuff.
his eye. He's looking at
Yeah,
like if everyone
and-
like a roast chicken. I feel like a roast chicken when he's looking at me.
I am quite concerned, I must say. The spark of joy that barely ever seemed to glimmer in his eye now glimmers quite fiercely, but only in times where I don't think it's quite appropriate, I will say. He set me on fire.
Sorry.
He set me on fire. Now, he did also set multiple enemies on fire at the same time. But I think he kind of liked it.
Your beard is a bit short, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, no, you should see my back hair.
I'd rather not, but I get the message.
Well, you can't because it's not there anymore.
Oh, though you must look weird.
I do. It's like if you flipped a rug the wrong way round.
Let's face it, Grim's so old that if his back hair did get burnt off, he'd have grown it back within 8 hours.
Longer and thicker.
Yeah, he could just put the ear hair behind and no one would notice.
I do think he started to plait parts of his eyebrows. They've just got to that really like long
That'd be so funny.
face,
Big like
and
big
they're
ones.
too strong, so like I've got to plait them to like keep them out of the way.
Clip them into your hair.
But no, I think I would probably tell Hannah to keep an eye on Drodin for welfare check kind of matters.
I mean, is he
The
just insane?
the captain's
or...
as crazy as she's ever been.
Right.
Well, I don't know if he's insane, but
If only we
he
had a cleric could maybe cure them.
yeah, it is quite odd that they've gone and done all of this stuff without proper health and safety measures. A cleric could be like quite standard for a group of this size,
Yeah,
and
we
yet they've not
definitely.
got one. And I know. Obviously, you lost your last one. I am very sorry about that.
Well, it's like
But
they
they
say,
really
who's
do
gone
need to look
cleric for
into
the
a
cleric?
recruitment process. Yeah, but they do need to look into other recruitment processes.
I mean,
I wonder
I'm
if we
not,
could stop
not
by
going
home
to
and pick
lie.
up some of the recruitment forms.
Maybe because the expenses on healing potions are through the roof.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it's so expensive.
I mean,
It's
I can
crazy.
take the edge off, but it's just not the same. You need a dedicated frontline healer.
I'll keep my
Uh,
ears and eyes open.
If you get a chance to talk to the lad, he's been doing some strange stuff, and I think for how much he, jests you, he does seem to respect you. So maybe see if you can figure out why he's so willing to call demons and look into
call them?
portals into other dimensions.
What?
Yeah.
Calling demons? What, like
Well,
taunting them?
yeah. No. So you know how he called you, like you can hear him in your head from
Yeah.
ages away. Yeah. So it seems that he started just calling lots of people, including people he probably shouldn't be calling. And it's one thing when they're like famous wizards. I get that he might be a fan of them and he wants to feel part of something. But demons, actual out of the abyss demons. And if I knew him more, I'd sit him down, but I've barely known them a week.
Well, I don't want to do it.
Ah,
It might set me on
I'll have to
fire.
ask the
I don't have
captain.
so much back hair to lose.
That
Yeah,
is
maybe
true.
the captain probably should do it. But
But then if she's going around rubbing onions on people,
Yeah, they've
yeah,
all
they
gone
just.
crazy.
I mean, Surly Perla seem okay as much as having two beings in one body can be.
You know what other being is two beings in one body? I've heard about it in Gracklesdug. Demogorgon. Just saying. You don't think Surd is
Are
a
you
demon,
implying that Surly Perla could be a bit of a demogorgon?
Maybe. Two beings in one. Drives you crazy.
I mean, it is interesting. I heard about there was a giant that grew two heads.
Exactly.
How about if you grow another head, but it just doesn't get out your body?
It's inside, yeah. You wouldn't know. Well, I'm scared
Well, I
now.
suppose that they are quite an odd bunch. Maybe I've taken on more than I can chew. I'm too old for this.
Well, I'm not going to
I'm
get
going
to be as old
downstairs.
as
I'm gonna
you,
have
I
a.
don't think.
I just make sure you eat your greens, wash behind your ears, and don't get stabbed, shot, slashed, set on fire, drowned, or anything else that can cause death, and you'll be grand.
That's very specific, worryingly specific. To be honest, I found that I got stabbed a lot less since you left, all of you.
Well, Yeah, I can't really offer you much support on that. I'll try to stop you getting stabbed though. Anything
That's right.
goes on, you get behind me and I'll do what I can.
It's appreciated. I'll try and after this, wherever we're going, I'll try and find a cleric for you. They can heal the mind, I think. They can cure Captain of a Onion obsession, and Rodin of his. He's really got his eyes have gone crazy. What's going on? Yeah. Anyway, we should sail. We should sail. I'm not scared at all. It's fine. This is an opportunity. We've made loads of gold. Look, the goblins have clothes now. I'm just relieved that they've all got trousers now. Anyway. Shall we? Okay. So, you head off with sort of vague guidance of Nero into the Dark Lake. Follow the shore. So kind of sail out into the Dark Lake and keep the shore on your left. It's probably hard to judge unless you're used to it, but the shore is maybe 2-3 miles away. It's very hard to judge on open water the distances, so it is very hard to judge. And after probably about 4 or 5 hours, you will see a number of huge stalagmites coming up out of the Dark Lake. Absolutely ginormous. I'm trying to find the and off in the distance you see this huge stalagmite that seems to almost join up with a stalactite coming down from the cavern roof, wherever it is above you in the darkness. And at first it looks normal, but then you realise that you can see just tiny twinkling lights in the outer wall of this thing. But the bottom of this stalagmite strangely just seems completely natural. There's no doorways, there's no lights, there's no obvious entrances. Some parts of it have a little bit of beach and a little bit of outcrop that you might call land, but overall it just looks like somehow there's some sort of occupation of this, but maybe they come in from the top. You're not really sure. And Nero's like, I've been told I can tell you where the entrances are, but I'm not to tell you where the Zent one is. So, which one do you want? Dwarves,
The best one.
gnomes, drow.
Yeah. We have good standing with dwarves and gnomes.
That was the no. I can't remember the name of the chap that's driving the boat.
Emmett.
Hemeth.
Thank you. If he knows the dwarven password, we could try that first.
Is dwarven the same as dwerga?
Well, the Dwergar one. Is that not what Nero meant by dwarven?
Yeah. Grey dwarfs.
Yeah.
Grey ones. Like you, captain there. So basically, you've got a choice of the northern entrance, which is the drow one, the northeastern one, is also drow. There's a southern one, which is Dwergar. And finally, the gnome one is the northwest.
So
Mm.
I suggest south, Captain. At least the vessel's known to the Dwargar too, so.
Yep, happy with that.
South.
You're also officially citizens of Grapples.
True.
Okay. I would just
Tell me,
need you-
Nero.
Yeah. Captain.
Is this neutral ground we're entering
Yeah,
between
kind of.
factions?
It's
Well, is there
not-
any?
Go on, sorry.
Is there anyone or anything stopping someone just starting a fight?
Well, mutual self-interest. The thing is, that it's not really it's not a city or a town. It is a pure trading post. So, yeah, we have a foothold here. The Drow have a foothold here. The Blingdenstone gnomes, and and the Dwergar. So we all have our own quarters, if you like, our own quarters of the outpost, and generally we don't have trouble. We are all here for mutual benefit and trade, so we don't mess with each other. We don't fight with each other, because that would be counterproductive. So I'm just going to put you on the map. So the ship will have to kind of stop a little bit off, and we can go in the rowboats. But it's quite calm. I mean, I will warn you, each area generally has got, I know our door has got traps on it. There is a password. I assume it's the same for all the others. So yeah. Can you see your tokens now? They're very small. You might have to zoom in, because it's a very big map. So
It's a massive map.
It's a massive map, so I'm going to zoom it in. So hopefully that should make it a bit easier. So as you approach in your rowboat, you can see the first thing you notice is an outcropping that comes out into the lake, juts out a little bit like a ledge almost, and you can see a small two-person tent that has been rigged up, and what looks like a humanoid figure sat on the edge of the water in front of their tent. They do seem to be watching the boat come in, and they're watching the rowboat. In fact, I'll show you as you get closer. You see that they've got red hair, a green hood. Can't really make out their face, but they're wearing green robes, which look quite nicely made. How do you want to approach?
Could that be the person we were asked to look out for? What was her name? Sladis?
Gladys, yes. We should go and ask.
Well, we should ask them their name rather than
Met and such. Approach.
As she sees the boat approaching, she seems to get... You realise it's a female. Gets up before you can get to the shore and dashes, like almost runs in a bit of a panic at seeing you into this cave entrance, and then disappears around the corner. And that's the moment where you make the shore.
Strange.
And
Should we pursue
she
them?
seems to have gone.
Should we follow them?
Cautiously.
Well, my first thought is Nero warned us of traps. So, yes, cautiously, keep your eyes out. Maybe, if you don't object, as we get closer, I'll call out, say we mean no harm, we're citizens of Gracklestugh. We seek entry. Yeah.
Okay. Put yourself where you want to be, and what are you saying?
Hello? Please don't run away. We're citizens of Gracklestugh. We seek entry to Mental Derrick. I'm wary of proceeding any further in case there are traps.
You hear
What?
this
What?
voice come back and say, I know you're here to kill me, and I don't know where Mantle Dereth is, so please stop with that. I've been looking for it for months. Just don't kill me, leave me alone.
We're not here to kill you.
There's no doors here. It's just a cave. Leave, please. Leave me. Don't kill me. I've done nothing to you.
You mean you no harm?
That's what they all say.
What is your name?
What, so you can cast some kind of death magic on me?
No. I'm Serdi. Pardon. This is Ambrose. What's your name?
Ristia?
You don't sound so sure.
I'm not sure whether I should tell you my name.
Fair.
You will see her, like, peek round the edge of the cave.
Can I approach you? Please don't run.
You see now that she has red hair, very pale skin. You think maybe a surface elf. She's wearing robes.
As I'm walking forward, I'm holding my palms out to show I'm not holding weapons, but I'm ahead of the others. What they can see in what they can't see is in one of my palms, I'm holding the symbol of the Emerald Enclave.
Okay.
Oh, do we have whatever thing we had to show that we were citizens? I want to say it was a badge.
Of where? Of Blingdenstone?
Of Gracklestugh.
Of Gracklestugh. You do, yeah, they're like shields, aren't they? They're like almost like sheriff badges. Just like, I don't know the Enclave. I know they're allied with us, but I don't know them. I don't know what those badges are either. You assassins sent to kill me.
Child, do you
No,
think
who do you
we'd
think is...
just walk up if we were sent to kill you? We would have been sneaky. We would have gone about it the right way. You'd already be dead. We just got off a little dinghy. Who do you really think we are? Come on, child, come out of the shadows. We mean you no harm.
We'll take a step into the open. You don't look like assassins.
Well, that would be because we're not. Now, that doesn't mean that assassins look like assassins. Don't get confused, but it's not us. We're not here to harm you.
I've been on my own for so long.
Well, how
Harper
long
sent
is
me
that?
here to scout and to find Gauntlgrym, and I'm just so lost. I've been stuck here for weeks. Months, I don't even know.
Oh, child, that must have been hard for you. It's a lonely enough job to do without getting stuck. But maybe we can help, and then maybe you can help us. We know the Harpers, don't we, Captain?
Oh, yes, we don't have their badge, but we are good friends with
Roaring
Lord...
Horn.
Horn.
Roaring horn.
Roaring Horn.
Roaring Horn, that's the one.
You are? Really? He sent you to find me?
This is more of a happy accident, but I'm sure I'll be glad to know that you're here.
One of his contacts is in good health.
And you're really not going to kill me?
Yes, we're not going to kill you.
What do I need to do for you to help me? What do you need?
Well, any information you've got would be greatly appreciated. Have you seen anyone passing? Is there anywhere you haven't explored yet? Where actually have you explored when looking for this entrance?
I saw the lights in the pillar, so I thought this was it. But I've searched the whole. I got dropped off by a ship weeks ago, and I've been round the whole of the base of this thing, and there is no doors. There is no doors, and I keep seeing ships coming and going, and occasionally things drop down from up there. But I'm just stuck. There is no doors here. There's nothing here. Wherever that place is, the access is from above, not from here.
Maybe the doors
Nero
you
just
can't
goes,
see.
just laughs.
Maybe they're simply doors you just can't see.
Well, if you can see them, then show me.
Well, it's rather late now. Maybe we'll figure it out soon.
Yes, it is. It is. I'm just sick of eating fish, and the water tastes funny. It gives me a bad stomach.
I'll take out some rations, some jerky that I've got. And offer those out to her. I'll step away from the others so she doesn't feel too enclosed.
She will step forward with hungry eyes and take it and start eating it straight away. And then she has a bit of a panic, realizing how close she is to you, and runs off again and hides around the corner. And we can leave it there if you like until next week. if that's okay. Unless you want to carry on, it's up to you guys.
Tired.
Yeah, sorry it was a bit of a slow one again, but
Cool.
you're nearly there.
A lot of travelling to do.
Yeah.
Deciding.
So there we go.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, man.
Ah, thank you very much.
Maybe you're near Mantle Dereth.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We know.
So is everyone okay for next week? Same time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. See you then.
See
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Bye.